What's up, guys? We're going to start a no-damage run through Game B of Popeye for the NES. The difference between Game A and Game B is that in Game B the Sea Hag hangs around and throws skulls that bounce around the stage. If the skulls hit Popeye, they kill him instantly, as do all the other enemies in this game. This is an arcade game similar to the original Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., so in other words it's a pretty short game, but also a pretty fun one. Here we are on Stage 1. The objective in each stage is pretty much the exact same. In each stage, Olive Oyl will hang out at the top of the screen and she'll let an item float. The item depends on the stage that you're on. The item will float slowly towards the bottom of the screen. Your objective is to collect enough of the item to pass the stage. As you may have noticed, we have a heart counter in the upper left corner of the screen. Once we fill that up with enough hearts, we will beat the stage. Also, as you may have guessed, spinach in this game acts like a Starman in Mario, or like a hammer in the original Donkey Kong. Once you grab it, you'll kill whatever you touch. However, most of the time the only thing that you can really harm in this game is Bluto. Whatever the case, though, it really helps with knocking Bluto to the bottom of the screen, thus giving you a good opportunity to collect enough of whatever item you need to collect in order to complete a stage. You may have noticed the through signs on the left and right sides of the screen near the top. Those are like a Pac-Man type warp. If you go off the left side of the screen, you'll end up on the right side, and vice versa. Try not to get in line with Bluto, otherwise he'll throw beer bottles at you to try to hit you. And as I said before, those will kill you in one hit, as does everything in this game. I always thought that Olive Oyl was really skinny, like too skinny, like unhealthily skinny. And then you got Bluto, who's always after her, and he's a really big guy. I mean, he'd break her right in half. No wonder Popeye doesn't want him getting on her. Anyway, though, we're just about done with Stage 1. Just 3 more hearts left to collect. Let's go down to the bottom of the screen and get that heart. If any of the items that Olive Oyl shoots down land in the water, they'll begin to sink, but they'll sink really slowly. Just try to hurry up and grab them. Alright, here we are in Stage 2. Pretty much the exact same objective as Stage 1, except instead of hearts, you got music notes and, of course, a different stage layout. You may have noticed the catapult in the bottom left. You can jump on that and it'll bounce you up to Wimpy. If you hit Wimpy, you'll get some bonus points. Not really necessary, but still kind of a fun thing to do. I'm going to go ahead and take out Bluto really quick. I'm going to try to trick him. There we go. That worked out pretty well. Another thing that I didn't mention before about the spinach is that whenever you grab it, any of the items that Olive Oyl has floating down to the bottom of the screen will freeze in place. Thus, if you can get the spinach at just the right time, you can manage to freeze enough items in place and you can collect a lot of them at once, which can be really helpful. Besides the beer bottles, Bluto also has a couple of other attacks for you to watch out for. If you happen to be below Bluto, he'll try to jump down and slam down on top of you. Whenever he lands, he'll shake the screen, but it won't stun you or anything. And if you happen to be above Bluto, he'll punch up through the platform above him to try to hit you. That's a pretty quick attack that can be kind of hard to avoid at times. He also has attacks that he can do in Game A, but they're not as effective, such as if you're below him, he'll just try to reach down through the platform and grab you. Just something weak like that. One thing that I've noticed here in Popeye for the NES is that some of the stages look 4-bit, like they're from the Atari age. It's not so noticeable in stages 1 and 2, but it's really noticeable to me here in stage 3 on this ship. It's kind of funny, actually. Here we are on Stage 3. Your objective in this stage is to collect the help letters. For every letter that you collect, another plank will be added to the ladder. Obviously, you have to build the ladder all the way up to Olive Oyl. Once you've done that, you will have beaten the game. So pretty much just do your best to avoid Bluto. If you need to, grab the spinach and knock him to the bottom of the screen. Vultures will never quit spawning, but you can take them out by punching them in the face. If I'm not mistaken, the vultures actually belong to the Sea Hag that we've seen in stages 1 and 2 that kept throwing the skulls everywhere. After you've beaten this stage, the game loops back over to Stage 1 and you can play through the same 3 stages over and over again to build up a really high score. Again, just like in the original Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr. games like that. So yeah, this game is pretty short, but if you're interested in setting a really high score, then you can make it longer. Like I said before, if any of the stuff Olive has floating down lands in the water, it'll float really slowly. So slowly, in fact, that you don't really need to panic, because chances are you'll be able to get it easily. I think that it's safe to assume that we've got the game beat now. We only need a couple more letters. Well, blow me down. Hope y'all liked my Popeye laugh. And well, this now concludes our no damage run of Game B of Popeye for the NES. Hope y'all enjoyed watching it and everything, and y'all know the drill. Comment, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for watching.